All right, this is a playlist mini cover project. Playlist cover mini project, which starts on October 6th and ends on the 20th, and that's why I call it a mini project, because it's a pretty short amount of time. We're just kind of playing around, testing out what it's like to do a TOK lesson and do a little bit of work on how to be inspired by something in order to create art. So we are going to have our first TOK lesson in class, and I'm going to give you this quote by Prince, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. And I want you to just think about how the visual arts and music can be connected. So you're going to think about these questions. And you saw some Romare Bearden artwork the other day, and here's some more for you. So we're going to talk about these in class. And then I will show you in class too this slide, and we'll talk about Romare Bearden and his childhood in the Harlem Renaissance. So music and art, I think, go very well together. The first part is you're going to create complete a music flow activity. I created a 33-minute playlist, and you will follow along with that. Play it loud if you can, or in your headphones, and just let the music kind of overtake you and overfill you, and don't think about anything else but the music. You can use whatever supplies you want. I'm going to show you some examples here in a moment. And please make sure when we're in class and we do this together, it's really sacred time, and nobody moves around, nobody gets up, everybody makes sure they have what they need, and we just sit and hunker down and paint and draw. So make sure that you are in your spot for 33 minutes. Draw and paint along with music. There's no right or wrong, and everything that you completed, you'll just take a photo of it and then reflect in your process journal. Just how did it feel, and be sure to date it, because we just talk about how it feels when we're done in class. So here's some examples of my art and design students doing this activity. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way. Some students' brains work where they have to. This one, we did a lot of songs. I cut them off, and I would do like another song and another song. So this student was just trying to make everything kind of fit together. This student drew little boxes and did a different one for each, whereas this student mixed everything together, and kind of every song flows into the other, and you can see the different songs with the watercolor on the paper. Same thing for this student. They just drew little scenes, but the watercolor kind of all fits together nicely. This student decided to use some tape, and she just kind of taped off different parts of her journal and wrote words and experimented with colors, and it was a fun experience for these students to have. And you will too. It's good to see what music, the emotion, the feeling, you're tapping into the feelings of the music can bring out in you, whatever that inspires. I'm excited to see it. So the next part on Wednesday is simple. You create a playlist of songs that tell me about you, because this is really, it's kind of for me, it's a little bit selfish, because I want you to create an awesome playlist so that I can get to know you. Music is like one of the best things about life for me, and I love to share music with people, and I love to know what music other people like, because I feel like that says a lot about you. The way that you dress and the music that you listen to says a lot about you, and that's not a bad thing. I love getting to know people through these types of things, so I will be listening to them. I don't mind swearies if swearies have purpose, but otherwise make sure it's school. So I can't put swears in my playlist, but you can put them in yours. There will be a couple of swearing things that I'll show you at some point in this next 2 years, and I will have to send home permission slips for your parents to sign, or permission emails or whatever. But that just throwing that out there. I don't mind if you have swears as long as they're with purpose. So then that's all you do that day. And if you don't have Spotify, or you don't want to sign up for a Spotify account, you can make a playlist on YouTube, or you can just write down the 10 or 20 songs and put them in the notes section in your process journal. If you do want to make a Spotify playlist, it will be helpful. Just make sure you get something done that day. All right, then the next step is to actually draw create a drawing or a painting, whatever you want to use, that reflects the overall theme of your playlist. Oh, it says 10 to 50. So it says 10 to 20, sorry. So I'm going to show you some examples from Spotify. If you're not a user, this might look a little unfamiliar, but if you go to click on a playlist, it'll have a little image with it. And typically the image in some way goes with the playlist. Pollen changes theirs frequently. They do these weird, like hand-generated shapes in different colors depending on the season. And this one takes different artists and sort of puts like a gradient over them. So there's a lot of different options. These ones all have kind of the vibe of whatever it is. So this is my example. This is the playlist that I made. And it is linked. It should be linked in Schoology. If not, I'll send you the link in the chat or something like that. But this is the playlist that I made of all my favorite songs. And as a bonus, there are 2 songs on there that are both from my favorite movie. And if you can be the first person, or if any person can figure out what my favorite movie is just from listening to this playlist and hearing those 2 songs that are from my favorite movie, they're very iconic songs. But I'm just throwing that out there. I'll send you a treat if you can figure it out. I'll send you a good treat that you like if you can figure out what my favorite movie is from this playlist. But this is a drawing that I did with marker. And here are some other things that I just kind of pulled online, like music journal themed things that you could do. And then here's your reflection. And then this is from start to finish how everything is laid out. So let me know if you need any more help.